Hey, how's it going? Drew T. Jackson here. Drew T. Jackson, coaching, speaking, and training. Getting everything set up on social media. You know the drill. And then we'll get rocking and rolling. Talking about business networking today. It must be a Thursday, a bright and shiny Thursday. And I'm loving it. We are a couple days away from Christmas. Which is always a fun time, especially if you have 5 kids. So I know I'm excited. We're gonna have a blast hanging out with my family. So just catching some sun. It's supposed to be almost 80 degrees here in Fort Worth, Texas, right before Christmas, which is great. Hey, want to talk to you about business networking. So over the last few videos, I've shared with you kind of the 2 big mistakes with business networking. One is sleeping on it, not doing it, not taking advantage of this wonderful opportunity called business networking. And the second one is gosh, I can't even think right now. So not doing it. And then number 2, not having a plan when you go in there. So go in there having a long-term strategy and recognizing that this isn't a short-term fix. This is a long-term strategy. All right, well, what are we talking about today? Today is, so I'm at a business networking event. What now? What do I do now? What do I do when I'm in that place? What do I do when I'm in that room? Well, you're gonna have a pitch, you're gonna have something that you're gonna say to people, and be prepared to answer questions about your business. So what do you do? Be ready for that question. What do you do? What makes you unique? And I'll do a whole video on your elevator pitch. I'll do that in the future. I was thinking about that on my drive in today to the office. But right now I just wanna give you a couple things of what to do in that room. So the first thing is Connect with 5 people. I want to encourage you to connect with 5 people. Decide that you're going to connect with 5 people that day. Now, you should have a couple different ways or a couple different reasons why you're going to connect with people. So are you going to connect with them? I'll just give you my example. I went to a networking event last week and I had a couple different people I was looking for. I was looking for individuals that would be good for a group that I'm doing at my office, a training I'm doing at my office. I was looking for businesses that have 10 or more employees that I can come in and do a lunch and learn and do a training there and then sell them into some further training. And then I'm also looking for people for my my podcast and my YouTube interviews. So I'm dropping an awesome interview here in just a minute with a guy named Jeff Edwards. It's going to be fantastic. But at this networking event I was at last week, I met a wonderful lady named Rotunda, and she is an entrepreneur, her and her husband. Been entrepreneurs for many years, starting a new business right now in a different industry, but they're still entrepreneurs, and so they are launching out there and taking the risk, willing to take the risk. So it's real exciting. So anyhow, I'll be interviewing her today. So I got some different audiences or different people that I'm looking for, and not everybody's going to fit every audience. I might run into an individual private business owner. They're not going to have 10 employees, so they aren't going to fit in that funnel, so to speak. But they do fit in the individual, or potentially, depending on their personality, they might be a great interview. Rotunda just happened to be a fantastic interview. Wonderful personality, wonderful energy. So I asked her and she said yes, so we're doing the interview today. But have some people that you're gonna scope out. I encourage you to make 5 connections. Don't do the shotgun effect where you're shaking 20 hands and you're grabbing 20 cards or hand out. Doesn't work. You get their cards, you get 5 people's cards and have a meaningful conversation. Try to make a connection. Hey, I know someone that works at your bank. Great, I'd love to do training there. Hey, I've been familiar with people in Mary Kay, and I've worked with people in Mary Kay before. I have some great content for personal development and personal growth downloads on my website, or I have some small group meetings that'd be great for you. You make connections with different people at different levels, and then what you do, so you leave that event, you've got 5 connections, you go back to your computer, and you immediately send out an email to each of those 5 people. Now you might even have had people, I had a lady that really wasn't, I made a connection with her. I thought there was a way that we could make the business work, but it didn't make sense to her, and it didn't connect the dots. And ultimately, through a couple of emails, I followed up with her. It wasn't a good fit. She didn't fit my target audience, but she probably knows someone who does. So what I did was I took the opportunity just to encourage her and speak into her life and say some things about her qualities that I've seen just in my interactions with her, and encouraged her in her business, and And I got a friend out of that thing. I got an ally, I got a fan, and I got probably future referral business from that connection that I made. It's not, she's not going to do business with me, but she knows some people, and she said, thank you so much for all your encouragements. I think I know some people, and I'll pass on your information. And that's, what more can you ask for from a connection? But that's from a connection, not from handing out cards and no personal connection there. So you go, you immediately email them, and then immediately after you email them, you call them, you say, hey, I sent you an email, just want to make sure you got it. Here's the heading of it, leadership training opportunity. If it didn't pop up, it might have gone to junk, but if you would just go ahead and check real quick, make sure you got it. And then it leaves it open for the opportunity to say, oh yeah, I'll check. Thanks a lot, I'm busy. I'll talk to you later. Fantastic. I'll talk to you later. Or they might say leadership training. So what exactly is it that you do? Yeah, I remember talking to you. How do I get involved in that? And you can start that conversation and begin having them in your sales cycle and in your client relationship management system, where you can follow up with them and say, yeah, And so I had that happen with a gal from a networking event 2 weeks ago, and a small business owner, doesn't have a team, but is the perfect candidate for my 10-week leadership training that I'm having here kicking off in January. So was just in conversations with her, sent an email, followed up with a phone call, didn't get a answer, got an answer machine, followed up again. She said she hadn't read the email. I said, I'll send it to you again. I sent it to her again. And then I asked her if she'd be interested. A couple days later, she said, actually, I would be interested. So so she's got the link. She's ready to sign up. So that is how you work the business networking opportunities that you have, and take full advantage of them. Make connections, make 5 connections, send 5 emails, make 5 phone calls, all in the same day, and you will do well with your business networking. All right, there's a tip on business networking today. Check me out, drewtjackson.com, for interviews with entrepreneurs. If you want leadership training, personal growth stuff, I'd love to come into your business, have a conversation with you, see if I can help you in any way. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.